Alright guys, so let's jump back into it. What we did in the last episode now is that we have to handle the register, and we stop right where it says is the true, right? Now what we need to do is very simple. We just need to basically, if this is true, we just need to create a branch, right? Here, and we get the message. Go back, and we just need to basically say something like set text. And we need to say, basically, on this example, like usually on websites, you don't usually tell that the email exists. But on this game, it makes sense to display that message. Okay, so email already exists. Please use another one. Something like that, right? The reason why we don't use this usually in web, we always return like, oh, there's something wrong with your request. It's because you don't want to tell users that the email already exists. But it's because it's your game, we don't need to be having this zero trust policy kind of thing. Nice. So now that happened, and we can plug it right here, right? And I think we need to set the color. I think it's set color, right? And opacity. So we're just gonna copy this. We can make a color. So this is usually is like a red color. And we can plug it here. Just gonna double click that. And what you can do is just copy this, paste it here. And then if something goes well, which is what we're looking for, then we can just you can say account created, something like this, those lines, right? And that is working properly. So it creates the account, and then we're gonna make sure it's green. Perfect. Now let's just try again. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna delete this user. I don't need it. I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna try to create a new account. So I'm gonna call asd@gmail. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually, I hate the engine when it's on that test. So test here, and I'm gonna add a password. This is gonna be, let's just gonna do like a test 1 2 3. Very simple, and I'm gonna press register. And we wait. So it did kind of work. Just double check what is going on. So it did register the user. I know what happened. It did not have the message is because I completely forgot about one thing. Very simple actually, but is that we need to set the visibility to visible here, and then on this case as well, right? And this is one of the things that we can kind of create a method after to clean up this, but I don't recommend cleaning this thing up right now. And then I'm just gonna print here and just print the error code just in case I need to test this again. But anyway, so we're gonna go back, ASD test, and I'm gonna do like a crazy password, and we should see email already exists. Please use another one. Not the best UI UX message, but it's fine. It works for now. And as you can see, we are kind of creating the player. Now we need to do the logic to actually log in, so we can get this kind of sorted for us. Now to log in is very simple. We already have all the logic done. The only thing I would recommend here, guys, is that this is getting a little bit out of hand. So I'm just gonna move this one here. This is the play button, edit function, so I don't need to worry about this. I am just gonna wrap this whole thing here. Actually, I'm gonna move this here. I'm gonna wrap this saying register player. Perfect. Now let's try to do the login stuff. Handle the login page. Gonna edit that. So the login page is very simple as well. I am gonna, to be honest, it's even simpler than that. we just need to do a couple of things. So the first one we have to do is that we need to click on the button login, and here I'm just gonna add, where is the login button? Login. So I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna bind event on button clicked, that's fine. I'm gonna add it here, and I'm gonna add this one right there. Perfect. Now the next thing we have to do here is create a custom event called API login function, right? Nice. And now what we need to do is that we got a login function, we got like this kind of logic working out, which is good. And what we can actually do here is that we can kind of, let's say, I'm just gonna basically get the same logic that we did for here, right? I'm gonna add it right here. Perfect. Now we just need to get the email, and we need to get the password, the pass, and then we just need to check again. So I'm gonna delete this, delete those two, we just bring them right here, added that here, and we're gonna add this one like right there. Perfect. So now the next thing we need to do is, I'm just being a little bit lazy. I'm just gonna copy all this logic here, and then we're gonna paste it right there, because you know it's exactly the same thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to copy this, it's empty kind of thing. So we're gonna paste it right here, plug this value there, nice, here as well. So the next thing I would like to introduce here is to check if this email is empty. We need to basically just say field is required. We need the same logic for that. If that's the true, then we're just gonna copy, paste it here, and just need to remove the password here. Nice. So we got that sorted, which is what we're looking for. Now what happens is that when you want to log in, is the same thing. We're gonna just do a quick login, and we have this authenticated token here, and I think we have even a login anonymous. We can anonymously log in as well. This is basically when this returns the UID, you can store it and you can kind of load it after. I'm not sure if you're gonna need this, but it's a nice one to have. We may need this when we're sending this to the game instance, by the way, because we're changing to a different scene, so that may be a problem. We also have is login as well, so after we can check if the player is logged in or not. So this is basically, but I think this is where is it? Yeah, this one is player logged in. That's the one we need to use. But anyway, so now what we do is that we click here, and we just literally need to copy this logic. There's not much we can do here, you know. It's literally just copy and paste, and we added them right here and there. Now let's do that trick again. You know what I'm gonna do is, no, that's fine. So when you click login, right, we're gonna copy that, and I'm just gonna basically set visibility to hidden or collapsed. Reason why is because we avoid people clicking multiple times. We're gonna create a custom event called API. We can just call this on login, and we're gonna create a branch. And for now, we're gonna create a print, and we're gonna see what happened with the request. Then we're gonna press play. So now we know the user. I keep forgetting his email, but we can do, oh yeah, I'm gonna do test 1 2 3 login. Let's see. true. So I'm logged in at this point. And that's it. That's all we gotta do. And this is what it makes this tool, the Dev Titan, very simple. It's just that you literally call one node to log in, one node to log out, right? But anyway, now we need to handle this. Let's just handle that in a little bit, in a better way. So the first thing I would like to do is create a branch, right? That if this is successful, we have to do just a couple of things. So the first thing we need to do is that on the login screen, okay, we need to set the visibility to false. Then the next thing we have to do is that we need to enable the player box. Is that the player list? Yes, this one, the player list. Now yeah, this set visibility, and that's all we gotta do. Visibility, and we do visible. Perfect. Now, if this doesn't work, we just need to basically copy that message, you know, that logic for the feedback message, paste it here, edit that. We're gonna call this login feedback message. Now we can actually, the login screen, it's gonna hide this. Yep, the login feedback message, perfect. Now what we're gonna do is the same logic. Actually, we can copy from here, and I'm just gonna literally do that and edit that. Now I don't know the error, so let's just see what does it come up. I'm not sure if I return an error code. I don't really remember. Let me just double check here. So I have the error code. So I'm just gonna go back and add this user, and I'm gonna add like a crazy login. Invalid credentials. So that is good. To be honest with you, what we can do here is I'm gonna just return a very simple message like invalid email or password. You know, very, very, very generic. And then what we can do is that we enable the login, this button again, the login button, the visible. Otherwise, we are inside the game. So in this way, you kind of locked the game already. So you can do things like this. So we copy that, and we can then do test 1, 2, 3, login. So it's logging in. We can add an animation later on. Now we have the characters, and that concludes us the login logic. So the next one we have to do is just like how do we save the character information here, all right? And that's what we're going to be doing on the next one.